Yes, we're back on the Honduki and we're breaking things. I mean, no, we're doing breaking things. You know what I mean. Yes, breaking things. So I've measured these again, and every time I measure them, these being the lines, they turn out different. So all very well, measure twice, cut once. I've measured 3 times now, and different every time. So when I get the same measurement, I shall order the new brake lines. And yes, I promise this episode will be doing stuff rather than just talking about stuff. Well, at least that's the idea. Talking of which, hopefully we'll be ordering that stand and getting the back wheel off and doing something with that. And maybe we'll be getting the front wheel off as well and getting that back to Chris, take the tyre off, take the brake discs off, get some replacement discs because they're bent, and paint it gold. I've decided gold. Meantime, on the Honda front, we have some RTV silicone because we're not sure about our other tube, and what we didn't want to do is get all ready to put the gaskets back on and find that we didn't have any. So always a good store item. And to my surprise, I ordered this, I thought, and was ready to get my brake lines from my dear friends at Van Hill, who have been very helpful as usual, but it came with these. So I don't know, well, obviously they're not those ridiculous lengths that I measured, but let's see if they fit. I can't believe it. I mean, this was like 20 something bucks. Yes, the magical 20 bucks again. Yeah, look, they're even blue bolts. How about that? How did they know? So let's see if it fits. Well, that certainly fits and looks quite neat and tidy. I think I like that. Yeah, good. Yes, sadly much too long. Nearly 2 foot, in fact. And of course, 18 inches was like the longest and generous that we needed. Yeah, that's a shame because Van Hill are a little bit more expensive than that, but a good product. So I guess I'll be ordering them after all. Anyway, we like that. Now I guess we've got some spare brake lines too. So I thought I'd try something a little different. Yes, I've mounted it up here, like thus, and used the brake lines that were supplied with the fitting, and they just about fit. They don't turn, they don't spin, which is makes life a little bit awkward getting them on, but they do reach, and they don't look bad. So I may utilise those. Might flip this one around. You'll see there's a slight angle on the actual doofer. What are they called? Yes, those things. Anyway, slight angle on that, and it might be better if it was angled inwards rather than outwards. This one's fine. So yeah, that kind of works. Fairly neat and tidy. Like that. Told you we were going to be breaking things. Looking at it, I'll probably switch it to the other side, this one, because I was going to use this possibly for a headlight mount. Some kind of strip here, something like this, but maybe not so Mad Max Road Warrior type thing. Yeah, but something like that with the 3 lights in, if you remember. I got distracted, as you do, thinking about this again and that again. Yes, the Speedo. The heads-up display, car easy to install, bike not so much. So yeah, still looking for somewhere to install this. And look what I found. USB size ports. Not immediately accessible from the top, but nothing that a big drill won't sort out. Yes, food for thought. So that looks like the ticket. The problem is what to drill the center point into. Probably need to get that out as well. Yeah, that's the problem. because it's going to start, even if I manage to drill it into that little tab, it's going to start cutting the tab off. That tab. There. Yeah. I could possibly try it from underneath. I might try that first. Still really nothing to get that pilot drill bit into, and could involve swearing and loss of fingers possibly. But amazingly, in terms of decimals, I still have the 10 digits, so perhaps I should give it a go. Well, I switched it over to the other mount, but I've left the angles the same, i.e. coming out rather than going in. And it kind of fits. Yeah, it's a little tight on this side. I mean, it's okay. I might try bringing it in front of the yoke, but not now, because we got a lot of other things to do. So now that just leaves this very short cable here. Which my friends at Ven Hill will no doubt be able to supply. I'm not sure about that yet either, honestly. I'm not going to order anything at the moment because I might revert to plan A and not use these cables that came with the little T unit. I might not use them. Totally unconnected though it may appear, I think I might need to work out the headlight situation first, because that does involve where the cables go and everything else and blah 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 and what mounts where. So yes, a little bit of foresight. And talking of foresight, yes, more dramatic lighting. Tinking through this again. Yes, and obviously the problem is the existing fuel tank, i.e. the custom one, if that's what we're going to use, ends about here, as you can see. So the seat would be here. Yes, the wooden badger seat. So this would stick up in the seat. Yeah, not great. Or those would stick up in the seat. Either way, not a good idea, really. Just because there happens to be a hole that's about the right size underneath is no reason to use it. So, back to the drawing. Thank God I didn't lose a couple of fingers trying to drill the hole out the other side, eh? As Churchill used to say. No, not that Churchill. Honestly. So, while we're test fitting stuff, I thought I'd just kind of test fit this to see what that looked like in terms of taking up space in there, because I've kind of forgotten what it looked like from the other side and that kind of thing. And of course, that has brought up another challenge, because there's the pipes that come off the bottom of it, and they come through here. So that's going to be tight. Now I've got that wiring going through there, my beautiful in-frame wiring. Yes. So that big sheath, I don't know. We might be able to get it all to fit. Anyway, that's kind of as close as I need it for the time being. It's just kind of wedged in there, so don't sneeze. Anyway, that's from the other side, which is kind of what I was looking at, just to see kind of how much it encroaches in here, get a general idea for everything. And of course, that probably completely negates my battery holder as well. God damn it. Yes. What do they need such a massive oil tank for? Blimey. What are they thinking? So, I think what I need to do is put the oil tank back in place, because we have decided that we are going to retain the original oil tank. And we may get some covers, the original covers, but not for this year's model. I think I showed you these before. I prefer these, kind of racy looking. And yeah, so I might explore them, see if they even fit. And yes, then we'll explore the electrical tray, where it's going to sit, what we're going to use. Meantime, obviously, I have completely trashed the barbecue grill for vegetables. Yeah, that one. Yeah, see, it's never going to fit. Too much over there. Getting away the oil tank. Bugger. But wait, all is not lost. We may be able to still utilise this in a slightly different way. It's worth a go. Clutching at straws, I know. Anyway, I'm not going to start hacking it up now. I'm going to refit the oil tank and see what space we got left and work backwards from there. Well, I think it's time to explore the headlight situation because we've established that we need to work that out before we work out what we're going to do with the brake lines. And I've drawn something up roughly, which I may well get plasma cut at the end of the day, but to start with, I've translated it to this piece of scrap metal that came from the old AC unit. Yes, I saved it. So it's a bit of galvanised steel, which probably won't be the end result. But I need to just kind of hack it out roughly and see what that's going to look like. See if we even like it. We've done it in Photoshop, but that's all very well and good until you actually do it for real. So let's cut this. And we all know what that means. Yes, it's Kawasaki time. Rough cut number 1. Now we just need to clean up that end. Well, apart from the fact that I got it completely the wrong way round, so I had the tabs on the wrong side. I've bent them back the other way because this is obviously not going to be a finished piece at any point in its existence. So yeah, let's see what that looks like. Alright, that's the rough idea. So you can see it's just about marrying up there. It's marrying up down here with that mount there. And what we haven't got is enough clearance on the brake thingy, if that's what we're going to use, there in that position. So we're going to need at least another 1/2 inch up top, which is fine. And what else? What else are we going to need? Of course, if we mount the brake thing down here, like the original plan, then what? Then it's going to get really complicated. Yeah, then this isn't going to work at all. And what we'd have to do is fit a bracket kind of the other way round, so it comes in, instead of under and up, it comes over and down, because then we can attach this boy to here, which still might happen. Yeah, so that's worth thinking about. Complications. Yeah, it's another marvellous song by Killing Joke. So I put that front bolt in place just to give a rough idea of how much space we need. And that's kind of acceptable from a protrusion point of view. I'm quite happy with that. The problem is that would mean the top bracket would need to be like 3 inches or something ridiculous. And I don't think that would be very stable. So then I suppose we have to look at a conventional kind of side mount like these boys, which I actually bought for the MV Augusta. And as we know, these boys rarely fit the big 50 odd mil front forks, the upside downers. So that would require some kind of modification on those, like we did on the Augusta, which involved what did it involve? Those big kind of intercooler thing straps, you know. Yes. These guys, and we have plenty of supply of them, as you can see. I don't think any of those, that one will probably work, that one might, yeah, no. Anyway, I don't really want to do that again. Yes, it was quite the palaver last time to actually just get it to work, and you know, it's not ideal, is it? But yeah, I think that's the route we're going to explore. So I think what I need to do is investigate, see if we can find anything like this for 50 odd mil, and then see how that pans out. Because I kind of like that. I mean, it wouldn't be flat. I'd probably bend it at 45 degrees at each end, so a little bit wider than 8 inches to allow for the bend. Not dissimilar from the one we looked at, actually, the Mad Max type deal. So I've cleaned it up a little bit, just for the hell of it, and I'm drilling a hole. I don't think this is going to work, but here's the theory. So this actually has Let me show you. Yeah, there's a little screw fit on the end here, which holds the actual lens in place. So the idea is that I drill a little hole, well, the hole just big enough to get that thread in there, that thread there. Yeah, but I don't think there's enough of it to poke through the metal to put that back on. That would be really neat and tidy though, if it did. Well, didn't quite cut it, literally. I kind of gave up. It got boring and it's kind of futile because I don't think there's enough thread, and probably not going to use these particular lights anyway. And this is just a dummy piece, so I think that gives us a good enough idea. There, see? That gives us an idea of what it might look like. And yeah, if we just take that in a Photoshop, do a little bit of tweaking around, and there you go. 2 or 3. Cool. Not sure. And with that degree of uncertainty, I think it's only wise to call this episode to an end. Time to ponder and consider and all those kind of things. So yes, thanks for watching as usual, and give it a thumbs up if you thought it was any good at all. Maybe. And yeah, subscribe if you haven't already, and of course encourage others to watch my lunacy.